Hello, my beautiful friends. Welcome. Somatics with Yin Yoga, Vagus Nerve Stimulation, my trifecta that I love. We are going to use a couple of blocks today, and I'm also using a yoga strap. If you don't have a strap, you can use a blanket or you can use a towel. You can even use a fitted sheet. Okay, my lovely friends, let's begin with the blocks. We're going to turn towards the short edge of the mat. We're going to start with the blocks and do some vagus nerve stimulation. So take the blocks right inside your hip joints and then fold forward. Now, if you don't have blocks or you want to modify this, you can use pillows and blankets. They work just as well. So we're going to come on down, melt over those blocks, or you can take one block and just melt into the earth. And once you get here, take a moment to tune in, maybe set an intention. What do you want to cultivate on the mat in your practice today? And whatever it is, maybe speak it as a mantra. I am peaceful. I am joy. I am beautiful. I am wellness. Whatever it might be, just choose one thing. And if for whatever reason, again, this does not feel therapeutic, it doesn't feel good, maybe you have a little indigestion, that is perfectly fine. Honor what's going on with your body. If it's that time of the month for you ladies, then of course honor that. If you have something going on with your stomach, this can be helpful, but again, sometimes it's too much, okay? So just melt into the earth. Feel the weight of your head. If you want a little extra support, you can take a block underneath your head or even a blanket. Okay, feel your ribs pushing into the block. And then we're going to make that sound of Om. Let's try it once. So inhale. Then you're going to do that again with your lips closed for a Bhramari breath, which stimulates your vagus nerve, okay? That's going to help to get us into that parasympathetic nervous system. So we click that green light on, okay? So it sounds like this. Just soothing the body. And if you'd like to do that once, maybe twice more, just soften here. Notice any edges that surface and just watch them. Just watch them with attention. They will start to shift. Just give them time, nurturing, and patience. Slowly push into the earth. Oh, that felt so nice. And then from there, we're going to step our left leg forward into a dragon. So for those of you who don't know what dragon is, you're going to take your hands forward. We're going to wiggle our hips from side to side. Just give them a nice little wag. And go ahead and round through the spine. Shift your weight back and arch forward. And then take both hands to the inside of the mat onto the right and take your left leg forward into a lunge. You can also move from a downward dog and take the left leg forward, okay? So we're coming down into our dragon. We're going to turn it and open it to the right side, okay? So use your blocks. Prop yourself down onto your blocks, on your forearms, on the earth, or maybe up here. We're going to do some movement, okay, some gentle somatic movement to really help access the hips, the hip flexors. So we're going to get in a little bit deeper. So close your eyes, go inward, and gently start to pull the hips back, straightening that left leg. And you can go to any degree that you want. Maybe lift that left foot up and then come back forward. And as you pull the hips forward, twist gently towards the right. Notice if you feel anything in your jaw, just be aware of that. And then take the hips back again. And come back forward again. And again, gently take those hips back. Nice and slow, nice and slow. Notice the back of the leg, the left leg, that hamstring, and then gently come back forward. Nice and slow. Take your time. Lift the heart up. And for any type of somatic movement, this is a nice way to integrate somatics into your life, okay? With the yin yoga poses, the vagus nerve stimulation, it's a nice way to welcome it into your life, okay? And then one more time, take the hips back, then keep that left leg with the foot flexed and turn it to the left, and keep the left toes upward and gently move the foot to the left and the right. So finding some subtle internal and external rotation. Really subtle here. Sometimes when we do our somatics practice, lots of people don't know what to expect. And this is a nice way to start to show you how somatics can affect you. And it's with a practice you're familiar with. They blend really well together. Sort of like going out with a new friend with some old friends, okay? Come on down and let's hold this pose just for a little bit, okay? I'm going to give you some options to play with. You can tuck the toes of the back foot. You can even lift the knee up and pad right above the knee with the block or a pillow. Maybe take your forearms down onto the earth. Maybe bring your chin down. Maybe bring your hands on the prop and come into a nice heart opener. A little bit more of a heart opening, getting into that heart meridian and the lung meridian. Maybe take one arm back behind you and lift the heart. You can play with that. You can take the right arm back if you'd like. This feels a little bit more yang and intense, but maybe that's what you need today, okay? So play with what's going on in your body and what you need today. It's a yin practice, but remember, everything is relative. Sometimes it's a little more yin, sometimes it's a little more yang, yang. And if you really, really, really listen, you can hear your body thanking you. Okay, friends, let's take that left hand down. And today we're going to take that right knee into the earth and keep our hands down, lift our hips up, and pivot over towards the right. Okay? Bachi is doing her version of yin right now. Okay, so again, let's take those variations here. Set it up. This is a new side of the body, so honor whatever's going on with that side of the body. Yes, we want to nurture that equilibrium, but sometimes we have to treat the body differently on each side because we do not have the equilibrium in our lives, okay? So take the hips back, gently flex the foot, and then come back forward. So sometimes we have to modify the stretches to be a little bit more intense or less because of how we move our bodies on a regular basis. And that's perfectly fine, right? And you can go to any degree that you want. Maybe lift that left foot up and then come back forward. And if you'd like to, you're welcome to stay forward or back a little bit longer and play with this. Move the toes to the right and to the left. Feel that femur bone oscillating right inside the acetabulum. And you might feel something surface, some uneasiness. Maybe you feel like you're gripping, and that's okay. It's all part of the process. That's where you want to do it, on the mat, right? You want to feel it here. And then let's come forward and find a place where you feel comfortable, where you can stay just a little bit. And I'm going to stay on my hands again, just to remind you, you're welcome to come on down to the forearms. You can come even deeper, all the way down. If you feel inclined to do so, you can come all the way down onto your chin. And that feels really delicious. Or you can come up onto your hands or any place in between. And then try to open ever so slightly to the left, playing with the foot, tucking the toes or untucking. Remember all your options. It's your buffet. Go up and get what you need. Okay, my lovely friends, let's reach the hips back. This time, take the right leg back behind you, coming onto your hands and knees. And then take your knees really wide and bring your hips forward. Bring the big toes towards each other and then gently bring them back. Okay, knees are wide. Okay, so that's going to take some of the pressure out of the pelvis and the sacrum. Lift. And then gently come on back. Take your time with this, okay? Come back. And then come back forward. Lift the heart up. And come back. Bring the weight back towards your heels. Stick your butt back so you feel like you have a little bit of a cow pose in the lower back, okay? Lift the heart, tail reaches, and then come back forward. Bend the knees. And then this time, take both feet over to the right. Look towards your left, straightening out the right leg. Come back to center. Toes touch, maybe. They don't have to touch. They come towards each other. Pivot towards the right side with your chest. Straighten out the left leg. Again, tune into those rivers of energy, even in these somatic exercises, okay? Big toes touch. Look to your left. Legs reach over towards the right. And then again, both toes touch, reach to the left. Find that sigh of relief, okay? Now stay here, watch, you're gonna bring your hips back. We're moving into deer pose. I love, love, love this pose, okay? So if you do lots of my practices, I usually do this pose. I haven't done it in a while, okay? So both knees are staggered towards the right, okay? Both feet are towards the left. And then we're gonna sit up nice and tall right here. Now, if you have a strap or any kind of strap, you're gonna take your arms up. So either in goalpost arms, or if you have your strap, you're gonna take your arms in this, hold on to the strap, just like this. Now, if your sits bones are not rooted down, go ahead and sit on a blanket or a couple of blocks, okay? We're gonna side bend this. So I'm gonna turn towards the left to show you, demonstrate, okay? So you could be up here or you can be down here, okay? And then you're holding your strap and we're gonna side bend over to the left, okay? It's really subtle. So you could sort of feel like an archer, right? You're pushing and opening up towards the right. If that's too yang for you and you want something a little bit more yin, you can drop the strap and just side bend here, or take a prop and side bend here, okay? So lots of variations. Play with what's working for you today. I'm pushing gently into that right hand and letting everything sort of drape from there. Okay, friends, now let's release the straps, whatever you have. We're going to take that right arm over side bend, close your eyes. We're going to move this just a little bit, okay? Reach the right arm out to the right, look towards the right, and then reach the arm up and over, side bend. Move towards center, square towards the hips. Look at the right hand, reach up, and then create that arc again. And just float that hand down into the earth. Pause here and look from side to side. Now staying in this pose, okay, so I'm moving back to the profile. Okay, so both knees are staggered towards the right now, and this foot might be padded, okay? Keep in mind, if this is too much pressure on that left foot, then you can take your hips up a little bit higher. That's going to take some of the pressure off the foot. So you might not necessarily feel it in the hips, but you feel it in the foot. That's fine. Come up a little bit higher. And then you can even play with reclining, okay? Maybe take one block, maybe take 2 blocks, maybe just take your hands back so your fingertips face your hips, just like this, okay? This is one version. This is another version. You can take 1 block behind your upper body and 1 block behind your head. So that would look like this. Oh, this is just feels like bliss, complete bliss. And you're welcome to take your head lower. So you come into a little bit of a back bend here. You can take your head all the way down into the earth. Now, if you want to, arms come over your head and you come into a nice heart and lung opening through the meridians in the upper body, the pericardium. Lifting the jaw slightly up, opening through the neck.
Okay, my beautiful friends, wherever you are, we're going to slowly maneuver our way out of this. So maybe support the head, maybe transfer the weight to the right hip, and then slide that left leg around, okay? We're gonna sit with our legs crisscrossed, look from side to side. Maybe flubber the lips. Okay, take your hands and gently tap on the head. And if you have to go back to work or go someplace where you don't have time to fix your hair, that's okay. Then just continue to tap. Otherwise, you're just going to massage gently with your fingers into your skull. So dig your fingers in and massage like you're trying to take a wig off maybe, okay? So your fingertips come in and then shake it, okay? Like you're trying to take your scalp right off your head, like you're maneuvering it around a little bit. Come right to the back side of your head. Push your big thumb pads in there. And if you find some little tender spots, hang out there for a little bit. I like to go right into that gallbladder energy line, so it's like a little rainbow above your ear. So massage right there. Ooh. Again, looking for those tender spots. If you wear some sort of headgear or eyeglasses, you might have some tension that you're carrying. But we all carry lots of tension in the facial area and the skull. Okay, let's soften that. And then look from side to side. Oh. Both legs are going to go over towards the right side. So both feet go over to the right and both knees go over to the left, okay? Moving back into our deer pose, okay? And some nice options here would be to pad your hips with a block or a blanket or a pillow. And also be mindful of that right foot. So if that right foot is a little uncomfortable, you can take a pillow or a blanket underneath the right foot as well. Okay, then from here, again, we're gonna play with this just a little bit. So sit up nice and tall. And if you have your strap, you're gonna grab onto the strap again. And we're gonna take the arms up and back. And if you don't have your strap, play with goalpost arms. So bend your arms and open your heart up. And just pause here for a little bit.
Okay, friends, now the next part of this is to side bend it. So I'm going to turn again towards the left, which you don't have to. I just want to be able to show you that side bend a little bit more efficiently. So we're going to lift up and side bend up and away, getting again into that gallbladder energy line as we side bend. And play with this. Again, I'm pushing gently into that left arm. Feels like an archer pose, right? You can even stay here, hold on to the wrist if you don't have your strap. You can just drape it over your head, reach the arm down, come into a half bind. So many different options, so many different bodies to really honor and respect. So play with that. Gently release your strap. And let's get curious with some movement, gentle, gentle, gentle movement. Okay, so we're going to reach up and over and then come around, lift, reach through the arm, close your eyes, side bend up and over again. And then come towards center, reach the arm, drape it over towards the left, reach nice and long, maybe bring your gaze and follow it upward. And notice as you trace your chin up towards this big arc, what you feel, what sensations come up. Maybe find a still point for a moment, just investigate. And then come back towards center, look from side to side. Let's turn, or I'll turn for you. You can stay there. We're going to take this back again. So if you want to recline, maybe sit up on a pillow or a prop, or maybe you can use a blanket. And if there's some sensitivity in that right foot, you can pad that right foot, the top of your right foot, and then start to move backwards. Maybe just come onto your forearms. Maybe come all the way back into a back bend. Maybe bring the arms with you. Connect back into the breath, and let's slowly support the head. I like to transfer my weight to the left side, right into that left hip. Bring the right leg around. Push yourself up nice and slowly wherever you are. And then from there, we're going to take our legs out in front of us and gently bend one knee and the other follows. Take your hands behind you to support you. Keep the eyes closed. And feel the earth underneath you. Continue doing this and then turn out with the toes and the knees. Move with curiosity. Move with curiosity. Okay. Then from there, internally rotate. This feels a little awkward, so we're going to do one at a time. Left leg, and then the right leg. And you're internally rotated, the ankle, the knee, and the hip. So it's a little challenging to do at the same time, but you can play with that. And if some uneasiness surfaces, notice that as well. And then take your legs forward in front of you, shake them out, give them a nice little shake. Eyes are closed. And then shake your arms. And even shake your head just a little bit, okay? Shake it off, shake it off, shake it off. Shake off anything that you might be aware of. Shake off anything you're not aware of. Just shake it all off. Nice sigh. Now take your blocks and we're going to fold into our caterpillar, our yin caterpillar. So we're going to move back into that vagus nerve stimulation. So think about draping yourself over these blocks, just like we did earlier. I'm going to use one block here and maybe a second block here. And if you don't need any blocks or pillows, that's fine. Do whatever feels comfortable. Just soften. Remember, soften in the pose. We're not trying to lengthen and open up the musculature. We're not trying to engage. You're actually tuning into the musculature and gently asking if it can give way. And think about the idea of that, to let your muscles completely relax. And let them soften and find ease, homeostasis. Friends, gently press yourself up. Look from side to side. Come onto your back side. And if you want to, maybe take a little twist, taking your knees to the right, look to the left. And then change sides. And when you're ready, come into Shavasana, final relaxation. Okay, friends, wiggle your fingers and your toes, stretch open your jaw. Gradually guide yourself over to one side and then push yourself up to sit. Take your time. And once we get here, close your eyes and maybe think about your intention. Did you set an intention at the beginning of class? If you didn't, maybe do that now. What do you want to cultivate in your life? Maybe say it as a mantra. I am joy. I am peace. I am radiance. Bring your hands to your heart. Om Shanti, 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 Namaste, Namaste. Namaste, beautiful friends. Thank you so much for joining me today on the mat. It is an absolute honor and pleasure to be here with you. I look forward to seeing you in our next class. Comment below. Let me know if you enjoyed this practice. If you saw the eclipse today, I'd love to hear from you. Check out my weekly calendars. I'll put some links below. You can check those out and you can go through those weekly with me. I'd love to see you. Namaste.